Awesome. Well, it's good to see everybody. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your time. I'm excited about the topic today. One of my favorite things to learn about and talk about is freedom, how to build residual income, and especially how to build it faster with less work. So super excited to introduce both the topic and also our host. So yeah, the specific topic is how to build a $3,200 per month residual income or more much faster. And the information that's going to be revealed today, I will say that if you are serious about building a residual income from home, you're going to want to pay very close attention. One thing that our trainer today is going to be teaching is an idea. It's a principle that when I accidentally found it, and that's the truth, I accidentally stumbled upon this. I worked for 5 years of my life not knowing this idea. And as a result, I didn't make as much money as I could have made, and I had to work a lot harder. I ended up joining this one company, and my income doubled as a result, and then tripled as a result, with no more work, with no more enrollments, and it was all as a result of this one idea. So my business partner is going to be teaching this idea as well as some other things. So I would encourage you to pay attention. And if you get nothing else out, please go away with this one thing that he's going to be teaching. By the way, I'm Paul Hutchings. If you don't know me, nice to meet you. I see a lot of familiar faces here, but I'm sure we've got some guests. So we've invited, guests to be here today. So my business partner, Mike, who's going to be teaching today, quick intro of Mike. I met Mike for the very first time when he sent me an email. We were actually in a company, and my sponsor enrolled Mike. So we were kind of sidelined, so we didn't know each other. And Mike asked my sponsor, hey, do you know anybody in the company that's doing online marketing? And my sponsor, his name was Doc Fran. He said, yeah, actually, there's this guy named Paul, and I can introduce you. And lo and behold, one day I get an email from this guy in Utah named Mike, and he was asking me some questions, and that's how we initially kind of connected, was via an email exchange. Well, then what happened is we both won a free trip to the Bahamas based on our results in this business. And so we end up on this cruise ship, Mike, his wife, Christy, and him, and my wife, Corrine, and I on this cruise ship. And through a strange turn of events, we find ourselves in this hot tub one night underneath the stars, floating on the ocean, just us four. And we started having a conversation, and we just became instant friends. We were like each other in so many ways. We had similar goals and dreams. We had similar values. And that was in 2012. So since 2012 to now, I've seen Mike earn over $1 million in one company that we were in, not a guarantee of income, see earnings disclaimer, right? I've seen him build 3 separate $1 million plus businesses. In the venture that we're working on together, we've helped to pay out over $6.3 million to people who are working with us. And all of that coming from a background where this person, Mike, actually failed high school English. He might tell you a little bit about that, but he was not a super successful student in school. His early days in life kind of had a lot of indications that, I don't know what the future's looking like for this guy. But none of that mattered. Mike had a dream. He's been persistent. He's been focused. In fact, I remember I was in a company with him one time, and he was enrolling 20 customers a day. Not just for a day, not just for a week, but for a long period of time, 20 customers a day. So he's very accomplished. He's someone to learn from. And the last thing that I'll say about Mike, which is sometimes rare in business, I actually used to work in the auto industry. I worked at an auto auction, and this was the job that I had before I decided I was going to venture out and go full-time from home. And I remember I was having a conversation with the owner of the company. His name was Cade. And I said, I gotta just go out and see if I can do it. I just gotta see if I can make it work. And he was asking me about what I like about the home business profession, what's appealing about it. And I was in the car business at the time. And I said to my boss, I just want to be in a profession where everybody's honest, where everyone has the best of intentions for everyone involved, because in the car business, do you guys have any perceptions or opinions on the used car business and car salesmen? Like, do you feel like models of integrity, models of ethics, there's some stereotypes out there, right? But the truth, and just like anything, guys, there's really good people in the car business, and there's some other kind. But at this time in the car business, I was noticing this thing called greasing. Greasing is a term that they use to basically offer bribes. They would slip people $100 bills, like, hey, send me some cars. I'll give you an extra $100. And this just did not feel good to me. So anyway, I told my boss, I said, I want to get in a profession that is just honest and ethical. And I say that because what I then found out after I got in the home business profession is, oh, there are actually sleazy people in this profession too. There are actually people who lie in this profession too. So I was really young and naive to think that you could just get somewhere and everyone would be honest. But anyway, all of that to say that I've known Mike for well over a decade, worked very closely with him, and he is like super honest. He cares about people. He cares about doing the right thing all the time. If it comes down to, hey, will this make me money but cause me to do something that's out of harmony with my ethics? Mike will say no every single time, and I really trust and value that in him. So I love him. He's my dear friend. And Mike, come on out if you're ready. The people are ready. I think everyone's like, ready for Mike Hobbs. Let's go.
People, I love it. I love all the people. If you have a camera, turn it on because it's awesome seeing all of you guys' webcams. Welcome, everybody. And I'm really excited today. Today's a topic near and dear to my heart. And I will tell you why here in just a minute. So let me pull up in the screen here. And so here is the exact question I want to ask you right now. How would you like to earn an extra $3,200 monthly residual income over the next 90 days? Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer here because the 90 days is not going to be a promise today. I'm literally going to show you the numbers. I'm going to show you the numbers on how to do this, and whether you do it or not, I don't know. But would you like to do that? Would you like to learn how to do that? Go ahead and type an 11 in the chat if that is you, because that is our topic today. And I want to just highlight one word here: residual. Looks like a lot of 11s. Awesome. That's cool. Lori, Wanda, Christine, Matt, Bobby, Donna. We've got Daphne, Sarah, Rosemary, Paul. Never give up. So you guys are all open to learning how to make residual income. And what's cool is today I'm going to be sharing you how to do that with a 4-part, I call it the 3K per month formula. And I changed it to 3,200 because it'll actually make the math even without like 30, like at this point, so the math is perfect for $3,200 residual. And I'll show you that. And what's cool is you could take this formula. It's a 4-part formula. You can take it and you can use it technically for anything that you have. And I'm actually just curious, does anyone here have a current business already outside of what you're here to look at? If you have a current business, raise your hand or let me know. But if you do, guess what? This formula can work for that. And I'm excited to share it with you because literally I've used this formula for everything I've ever built online, and it just works. It just works. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and let's get into this content today because it sounds like you guys are excited.